Hey ladies! Oh, I'm so excited to hop on and talk to you guys about Shakeology. So I know not all of you are using Shakeology, but for those of you that are, I wanted to just share some bits and pieces of how I make Shakeology work for me, what it does in the sense of my nutrition and my health, and how you can make it work for you. So I'm going to try to not move this around too much, but I'm finding a home where I can show you guys what I'm doing. There we go. I think that might work. Okay, so first, if you ordered the bag of Shakeology, it comes in 30 servings. If you decided to get the individual packets with the varieties, it's 24 servings. I always suggest the bag, especially once you find your flavor that works for you, because you get an extra week's worth. And this stuff is golden. So one of the things that I've noticed a lot just in my own personal health journey is Shakeology has really helped with my digestive system. Something that when I first started this journey, I didn't realize could be helped. And that's because I have very severe endometriosis. And I always blamed my digestive issues on that. And come to find out, adding some good nutrients in your body can really do wonders for your digestion. So that was one of the key things that has helped me. Another thing is just the sense that it's a sweet treat that gives me nutrients. I am very much a snacker. I love chocolates. I love just feeling like I'm getting a dessert, and Shakeology does that for me. So I'm not going to talk too much on the background of it. I will share a video later that just talks from Darren, who is the creator of Shakeology. But I'm just going to really just show you today how I make mine and how I make it work for me and the things that I enjoy. So right now, cafe latte is my jam. I don't know if it's just because I'm in that summer mood where I want frappuccinos and goes through Starbucks, but cafe latte is my favorite. However, the flavors I have tried that I love the most are chocolate and the vanilla too. Vanilla, I have to make sure I add a little bit, a couple more ingredients to, just to even the flavors out, but I really, really enjoy them. And the chocolate, I could just eat plain. I have not tried greenberry. However, I've been hearing good things with my challengers, and strawberry I'm not a fan of, but please don't think that if you have strawberry that it's a bad, or that if you got strawberry it's a bad thing. I don't like strawberry, I don't even like strawberry ice cream. I would never order a strawberry milkshake. It's just not my flavor of choice, even though I could eat the fruit all day. So I make mine in a Ninja, but you can make yours in a blender too. Ooh, hold on. But you could make yours in a blender too. The Ninja just works for me in not having to clean as much. So my first suggestion is put your liquid in first. Now there's a variety of options that you can use for your liquid. I just use water because I like mine to have a thinner consistency. The Hubs, Zane, he likes his with almond milk, and it makes it more of a thicker pudding-like. Something that's new that I've started doing that I'm so in love with is I add coffee as my base, especially when I was in that, end of school year vibes and just needing that end of the year burst of energy. So put your liquid in first. It's key because then you won't get the chalkiness along the sides of your blender. So I'm going to add some water. Now, the next thing you need to think about is your temperature. Zane, I'm going to really keep referring to my husband because him and I make ours totally opposite of one another. So I like mine really cold, and I've even over the years added a lot more ice. I used to be really good with 3 ice cubes, but now lately I'm always wanting it just super cold. So I add about 8 to 10 ice cubes, but my husband likes his just whatever temperature the almond milk was, he's perfectly fine with it. But where I don't know if it's because I'm a big milkshake person, I like it cold and crispy, and the more ice cubes you add, the more of that freezed crunch you get from the ice cubes. So I've got my ice cubes in here. The next thing I add, and this is totally optional, but I really struggle in getting my veggies in daily. So I pack those things in wherever I can. So with my shake, I will put a handful of spinach. Now you might be thinking, what? Why do you add spinach? And I will tell you, you don't taste it. You cannot taste it at all, especially if you're using like those heavier flavors like the chocolate and the cafe latte. You do not taste it one bit. So I add a big old handful of spinach. If you are affected, if you're a visual eater and you don't like the green color, don't put the spinach in the vanilla because it will turn your vanilla shake into total green. And some people look at it and they're like, that's disgusting. So I add a good bit of spinach in there, just because, like I said, I struggle with getting in my veggies. And it's something that I've kind of made a non-negotiable. Like, I have to get my veggies in every day. It's just something that I've made in my mindset. So next thing I do, I just scoop out. I just opened this bag. It's like pretty fresh. So it was like a perfect scoop. Perfect scoop. Add it to the top of my shake. So you'll see it's not touching the liquid yet, which keeps it from getting that like chalky, when it blends, that chalky feel. So last thing I add, because I like a real smooth consistency, I like it to be liquidy, but to have some like creaminess to it, I add a banana. Now, just remember, when you're doing your meal planning and thinking about like the food list, this would probably qualify as one, but if you have like those really big bananas, a half of a large banana is one serving of fruit. And if you're following the container system, that would be your purple container. So right here, this is my shake. Sometimes I'll even add some powdered peanut butter or some shredded coconut if I'm doing like a chocolate one and want to make it an almond joy. Another tip that has been just fun when I'm playing around with making my shake is I will find those sugar-free pudding, sugar-free like Jello pudding powder, and I will find a powder that has like a flavor that I enjoy. Right now, like I love the butterscotch one, and there's a caramel one, and I'll add that in just to give a little extra flavor, make it like if you did put the caramel in with the cafe latte one, it would be like a caramel like frappuccino. So that is how I do this. And then I'm going to just quickly do the blender. I hope it's not going to be too loud, but I just pop it on my Ninja and I just mix it up. So mix it up. It's nice and cold where I had it, had the ice cubes in it, and then I just have this super easy meal on the go. It is really just, it's really like a dessert shake, but it gives us so many nutritional benefits that we could never consume in a day, from the antioxidants that are in there, the blends, the protein blends, probiotics. I mean, there's just so much goodness in here that people don't realize. If you would actually cut up these foods, try to eat them, you would never do it. And for the price that you get this, like we all know how much healthier food costs. So the fact that you get all of this in one shake that kind of comes to like, what, $4, it's pretty amazing considering we would never blink an eye to buy junk food going through a fast food drive-through. So I am guilty of that. But this is the shake. It makes life so much easier, really fast. I don't mean to stay on long, but I just want to talk to you guys about one more thing that some of you may be seeing. We have whenever I do my workout, you do have access, some of you that have gotten the performance line, to a pre-workout drink and a post-workout drink. I call it my sunshine syrup, but it's technically copyrighted name brand Energize is what the actual name is. If you don't have Energize and you're finding that you're struggling getting your workouts in or just getting the energy to get moving for your workouts, I highly suggest this. It's totally plant-based. There are 100 grams of caffeine, milligrams of caffeine in it, that are all extracts from green tea and coffee. So it's very, it's not one of those just chemically altered and created pre-workouts that you can find a lot of times at like the GNCs or just on the markets here. This is a very clean one that I drink daily. And then I have a post-workout drink that's back in the room. It's called Recover, and it really helps with muscle soreness. So if any of you are finding that you're really sore after your workouts, let me know and we can get you hooked up with some Recover. So those are just some of the things you have the options for, and some of you may have received. So Shakeology gives you your nutrition just to go on with your day, and the Energize and the Recover are more focused towards when you're actually doing your workout. So then if anyone has any questions, please let me know. I would love to help you. If you're struggling with finding recipes or flavors of Shakeology that work for you, please reach out too. Share it in the group, because we have a lot of women in here who are all using different flavors. So use this group. Use everyone's opinions and suggestions, because that's what this is about, is community and being there for one another. So ladies, I hope you have a wonderful day, and go drink a shake. Bye.